honestly, it's detrimental to the success of grammatical use in exam. It's detrimental to you picking the right answers under lexis and structure, because when you are answering lexis and structure in JAM, honestly, it is the right use or the right knowledge of each of the parts of speech and how you use them that will help you. And if some of you are still struggling in identifying what is the proper use of verb, then how will you explain or answer some questions that are related to verb in exam? Simple. A verb is an what? Action word. And also, a noun is a what? A name of any person, animal, place, or what? Or thing from primary school. However, there are some things that can help you to identify a noun in any particular sentence. I've told you, even if it is a verb, genealogically, if the word is a verb, traditionally, if it is a verb, but you can twist the use and it can become a noun or it can become an adjective depending on the way you construct the sentence. I still don't understand why you guys are not getting this thing. These things are very simple use of part of speech. And in the previous class, I told you guys, I said a determiner. There's something in English, they call it determiner. A determiners are what? Pointers to what? To noun. And from your primary school, of course, when you were in primary school, probably in GSS, your teacher then told you that there are some things we call articles. Articles are what? Example, the simplest one are what? A, and what? Le. They gave you that when you were in school. A, and the. Although when it now comes to the larger, as in the umbrella of it all, we call it determiner at your level. And so, determiners go beyond A, and what? The. There are also some other types of determiner which you can use. Either it is a single count noun or plural count nouns. And I told you, and there are some determiners that go with uncountable nouns again, at least repeating it again, uncountable nouns or what? Countable nouns. I gave you last time things like little, a little, few, and also what? A few. Things like some, they all come, etc. They all come before a noun. But coming to the very simplified level, even beyond, before going to all this some, little, a little, every, several, I just gave you this simple one that you guys know from primary school. A, and D. These guys are determiners and they point you to a noun. Fine. I now asked, in which of the following sentences is use, use, is it standing as a verb in this sentence? The first one is, I use the buses a lot. Is this book of any use? The camera use new type of films. I want to explain this thing perfectly well so that some of you will understand. I know some have, at least some have gotten it, but there are still some that this thing is still confusing. It's very simple. A verb is an action word. In this sentence, this use here is acting as a what? A verb. I use the buses a lot. I use the buses a lot. So in this case now, use here is standing as the main verb, an action word in this sentence. Now in the B part, for some of you that still do not understand what that guy means, is this book of any use? I'm not happy because I expected him to have told us that any here is a type of a what? Determiner. That's it. Any here is a type of a determiner. And that is pointing us to what? To what? Use. So in this sentence here, use here is a what? It's what part of speech? It's noun. It's noun. It's no more verb. Genealogically, use, you might call it, yes, it's an action word. It's an action word. But because we have reconstructed the sentence, that's the reason why I told you in the last class. I said, I will walk with you. Walk in that statement is actually An action word, a verb. But immediately I twist the sentence and I say, I will have a walk. I will have a walk with you. Because of the presence of what? Of a. That walk is no more what? A verb. It's now a what? A noun. So simple. I walk with you. Why? Because I have put a in that sentence. And a are called is part of determinants. And is pointing us to a particular noun. So anywhere in a sentence where you have a determinant, some way, somehow, at least you should know that a noun is coming in front of it. So the last one, the camera. The camera use new type of what? Films. So in this place now, the camera is the noun, and what is the camera doing? It's doing what? Use. So in this place it is what? Verb. So use here is a verb. The camera use new type of film. But if I should say, in this case now, let me construct some other sentence. Now if I should say the use of films, I'm just trying to reconstruct. The use of films are common or is common. The use of film is common in who can tell me those old time type of cameras? You know, today now they don't always use film anymore. I hope you guys know. Yeah. Today now we now have digital what? Cameras. But those old type of cameras, they use film. You see, they will bring out the film, they will now start looking at it. So that is the old type. So like I said, the use of films is common to the old type of camera. So to the old types of camera, I'm just trying to reconstruct. The use of films is common to the old type of what? The old types of what? Camera. Now, in this case, use here is what part of speech? No. Is what? No. Can you explain? Because there's a determinant. Because there's a determinant what? A determinant of what? D. So because of this D here, this use is no more a what? A verb. It has not been used as a what? Noun. Simple. The use of film is common to the whole type of camera. Or perhaps another person can say the use of film is common with the whole types of camera. Perhaps this place is common with the all types of what? Camera. So the use of film is common with the all types of what? Camera. So guys, are you getting me now? Thomas, did you get what I just explained now? So when it comes to determinants, just look for determinant. Is a determinant there? Yes, the determinant is a pointer to the noun. Let me have a beautiful look. See now, another example. Let me have a beautiful look at it once again. Let me have a beautiful look at it once again. Now, look here is what part of speech? Jessica, look here is what part of speech? Look. Jessica, sharp. Look here is what part of speech? Talk. You don't know? You don't know? Joy, look here is what part of speech? You said? Joy, louder. Why do you say it's a verb? Let me have a beautiful look at it. Why do you say it's a verb? You know what? If you don't talk out, if you chicken out, you are just on your own. If you don't spill it out and you don't let us know what is your weakness, or if you understand or you don't understand, it is just your problem will still be your problem. It is in voicing it out that we are going to know if you understand it or not. Any teacher that is teaching a concept, the best way I can get to know if you understand it is to ask you a question and to be sure you still understand the concept. So if I should ask you and you decide not to talk, you're on your own. The weakness will still continue to be in you. But instead of you to say it out, so that I can know if you've understood the question or the answer perfectly, please explain. Let's begin. Yes, when it goes to A, the determiner, yes, is a what? So what is a noun here? So in that sentence, which one is a noun? So, oh, because there is a noun. Now, can you see now? He said because there is a noun, so beautiful is a what? Is a noun. Do you agree with that? Do you agree with that? That beautiful is a noun. Can you see what I'm saying now? Can you guys see what I'm saying now? If I do not, I'm not a teacher that will always assume that everybody understands. No, I don't assume everybody understands. I don't carry 10%. I don't carry just only 10% along in the class. Please. Maybe I should use it in Yoruba. Don't come to lesson and start forming big boy. If you don't understand, say I do not understand. That is how some persons will get to jam. And your computer is sharp. Your computer is blinking. It's blinking like that. So some people in the village are looking at the computer. Instead of you to shout, supervisor, this one is blinking. Why do you say big girl? Supervisor, another person, supervisor. I know Shebi. You better don't go and deceive yourself. That's the truth of the matter. The thing is shaking, he's blinking. But once you are ready, I cannot talk here. If I talk, I don't know what they will say. But when they just say, this is for you. Once I say, see, excuse me. Somebody that the time has started, your fellow colleague, that the time has started, excuse me, please, is your computer something like this? Shua. Are you ashamed? What pariwo? Supervisor! She is blinking and like this. Come and help me unblink it. The veracity with which you will talk in that kind of scenario, you can only build it here now. So if you cannot build confidence in this class, and each time they ask you questions, you chicken out, you're on your own. You can't get to this kind of situation like this. And you can see now, 3 persons just told me now that beautiful is a noun. So you have to understand what you are doing. What would I call? Peter, Amaka. Do you agree with them? They said beautiful is a noun and look, it's a verb. Do you agree with them? Do you agree? I know there are some of you here, you always don't like to talk. I will fish you out. It's not for me, it's just to help you. So, do you agree with them? Okay, you don't agree with them. So, if you don't know what to agree with them, so what is the answer? This look here, what part of speech? You agree. Somebody shout hallelujah. I agree. No problem. Prevail. Please, what do you think? What do you know? Louder. Prevail. Sharp. Is this look here? What is it? What part of speech is this guy? It's a verb. Why? Please listen up. It's a verb. Look shows what? Action. Now, can you see now? The guy is telling us that look shows what? Action. So, because of that, look is a verb. Do you guys agree?
Yes. I said yes. I said yes. I agree. But I said it.
All right.